bup, bup. Oh, and then your picture gets all small again. Great. Awesome. Come on, Skype. You
Right.
got this.
Need to get bigger, bigger.
Get bigger. There. All right, now I got to do this. Tiny you for a second.
Yep.
People don't know NDI behind the scenes. Everything about streaming and Skype and other products and everything. Very, very confusing, John. Very.
It's like surprising when it actually works.
It is, and it was funny because I was like, I shouldn't adjust anything. I know it's gonna readjust itself, and then it does, of course. So
yeah.
You know. But I will say, I was up till 1 a.m. last night. I was on a YouTube commenting riot, basically, because someone.
That sounds good.
But all positive, answering questions.
Okay.
Questions. So, because someone like was on YouTube and they're like, at the end of this video for like install Xamarin, I was like, if you have any questions, feel free to reach out. And
they're like, the world is flat.
No. They were like,
okay.
So that was a 8-month-old or a year-old video, and I answered a bunch of questions right when it came out. And then now a year has passed, so I'm just like, oh, that's on the other YouTube channel. Now I'm focused on the Xamarin YouTube channel, and we have new videos for Visual Studio 2019. So I'm like, why am I gonna go? I go back and forth. So then Golnaz was like, hey, there's a bunch of comments on here, and the last comment was, this guy says reach out but can't answer any questions on YouTube. So I was like answering just every single comment.
Yeah.
So, yeah. Well, welcome everyone. Welcome Mr. John Galloway in the chat room with your sweet Duke Langer.
I know, right?
Like that. Yeah, like that's good. Ancient Coder's in. Or Smob's back. Lashlan,
yeah.
AK's in here. Everyone's in.
It's exciting.
It's like, you ever watch the match game?
No.
Match game. I think it's the match game. Yeah, like Alec Baldwin hosts it now, but like it's like, it's like something, and then they have to match the word basically with celebrities, and then they brought about all these old shows, right? Like Press Your Luck. That's a great show.
Oh, right, yeah. right. Okay.
So Alec Baldwin, you can watch it on Hulu. It's pretty funny. But all the celebrities, they goes around and like you have to put the little card in. They're like, who's in? You're in. Everyone's in. Then someone's just not in. Okay. You don't watch TV, do you, John?
I don't watch too much TV. Yeah.
That's the life. I used to not. When Heather and I first started dating, we dated remote she was in Arizona, and she didn't have cable. Her bunny ears didn't work very well. And she didn't even have Netflix or Hulu. And I was like, who is this woman? I don't understand.
Yeah.
How do you gotta consume? She's like, I go outside. And I go, all right. She's like, except for on Mondays nights when I watch The Bachelor. And I was like, okay. So now I understand. So she has like the one show. Now moves in with me, and now I'm like, I got the Netflix, the Hulu, the Plex. I got all the things. And
yeah.
And we still watch The Bachelor. So
fortunately for me, anytime I'm kind of tempted to watch a show, I'll say like, hey wife, we should watch a show. And she says, oh, I already binge watched it while you were on some work trip. And so then I'm kind of like, well, I'm not going to watch it myself, whatever. So the latest thing, I finally caught up on Black Mirror, which I think ended like a while ago. So,
well, they just came out with the latest season, and I watched that. It was only like 3 episodes.
I know, there were 3. I was like, oh, I'm liking the season. Then it's like 3 episodes and it's done. So
I didn't love this season that much.
It was okay. Yeah.
I feel like they kind of ran out of ideas.
Yeah.
I like the Miley Cyrus episode though.
I did too. I thought that was probably the standout for me.
Did you do the Bandersnatch thing?
I did like that. That was fun.
Yeah.
And of course I obsessively had to try every single thing, and I'm out on Reddit looking at the flow charts of like how to make sure you see absolutely every 2 seconds of So
all I know is I died a lot.
Yeah.
I was like, that's cool that they built that in to Netflix. It's crazy to me. So
that is, and they also have they've used that for some other things. Like my daughter plays Minecraft story mode, and they actually have Minecraft story mode. They did. I don't know if they still do, but on Netflix.
Oh, wow.
And it's this whole thing where it's like it's basically these long cutscenes. It's all cutscenes with a few occasional choices.
Yeah.
And so like you watch the thing, and it's like, do you go left or right? And you click on the one, and then the story goes where you know.
I did a Kickstarter way back in the day. It was for like this guy rewrote some Shakespeare, like Hamlet and stuff like that, and Romeo and Juliet. and it had
Wow.
like 285 billion different like flows, and you would pick what happens next, and you would go to a page and you pick up, so you could adjust the story. It was crazy. He's done 2 books at least that I know of.
Wow.
I'll have to find them next time when we stream. It's super duper good, unless someone knows in the chat. So
That's impressive.
yeah, it has different endings. So Sean is asking, does it have different? Yeah, there's different endings. So it's a traditional story, but you know, some people, like, if you pick, it's like, well, Hamlet died, and then you're like, all right, what happened? Or like, just now, just over, and then, or Romeo and Juliet both live, or you know, whatever. Spoiler alert.
Right.
They both die. So
yeah. You should have said spoiler alert before.
Spoiler alert. If you have not read or seen the great I don't know what you call it, but the Leonardo DiCaprio version.
Right. So my thing is all about multitasking. So I listen to audiobooks while I'm like driving or exercising or stuff like that, or you know, whatever. So I can't watch TV and really do too much. I mean, I can kind of laptop it, but so
it's hard. Yeah, a lot of people are saying that, you know, that you should be watching all the shows while you're on work trips, because you go on work trips too.
Right.
But it's hard.
Unfortunately, when I'm on work trips, I'm like, finish, you know, like the day of like speaking and networking and all that, go back to my room, 4,000 unread emails, you know, and like, or like I'm doing, you know, last minute updates to my presentation the night before or whatever. So
yeah,
not a lot of extra time.
Well, I'm glad you made time for us, John.
Hooray! I'm excited about this. Yes.
Yes.
And you know, we made last time we made a lot of progress on this. The site's like really coming together. I still am waiting to learn some more Xamarin stuff. I'm excited about this.
Okay. Yeah, next week we should kick that off. I think we should probably move this up into functions, right? And then go from there. So
so I've got the store or the board up, the project board. So we had a few things we talked about. We've got show notes, community links, and then we have all the Azure function business.
Oh yeah.
So I'm not sure which to do first, or if we want to try and go for both of them. I mean, I'm ready to start whacking at the functions.
So Smop was saying that he put in a PR for the grid.
He did.
Part.
So there's also, there are some PRs, and I've got those open.
So what do we got popping?
Okay.
Oh wow.
Yeah. So some different things here. One is this unit test, which I do think this is a good one to dig into, actually. So this has unit tests, and it's just like, I think I was overthinking things a bit, because I had unit test. I was thinking like, okay, we need to. It's complicated when you're trying to test services that have configuration, right? Because our web app has this app settings, and there's all this stuff. So then it's like, how do we test our services? And this is kind of a nice, simple thing that this pull request has. It's just using mock, and it's injecting. I mean, it's just, you know, like mocking everything, which is kind of more what you're supposed to do for unit tests anyhow. You know, I was doing more like integration tests. So what's interesting with it, so what we've got here is a few neat things. One is, this one's a relatively simple thing where it's mocking service. It's creating and testing stuff. What's also interesting is, so basically it's saying like, hey, let's set up a show, and then let's mock the service, and then let's test that this one's the index page. So it's saying basically, does the show parse all the stuff?
Oh, I see. Gotcha.
Page parse everything. This one, I think this test is a little more interesting here. You'll notice it's failing, which we need to dig into that. But what this is doing is it's actually saying, go to this JSON file, and it's using an XUnit thing with a custom. Where is it? JSON. Yeah, this is it. So cool. This is using a JSON data file attribute, and from Andrew Locke, who's written tons of cool stuff for ASP.NET. And so ignore all the red X's, but it's basically, this is running for each line in the JSON file, it's running a test, which is really pretty sick, right? So this is iterating through, and it's saying for each thing in there. So actually, let's go to, I can control click. Let's bring this dude up. So this is the Andrew Locke's blog post about this. So, this is just going through and it's explaining how to create a data file attribute. And then because with XUnit, you can have a theory that tests multiple things. And this is saying run a test for every item in this JSON file.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah. So,
and we have a JSON file. It's like we're going to keep that. So it's pretty cool.
Totally do. Yeah. And even when we move to, pulling this from functions or whatever, we're going to be using JSON, so it's going to be that standard format, I think. Yeah. So what's interesting is I ran this test, and first I'm thinking like, oh, there's something wrong with this code or something wrong, What I find is when I debug the test, it actually is erroring because it's having trouble parsing one of the JSON. It's having trouble parsing something, which I think is an error on our part.
Oh.
So yeah. So let me if I go to this test, index page test has title, and the one thing with this when you're testing multiple. Yeah. So it's when we get the short title. So what I want to do is just debug the test.
Oh, I see.
That's cool. So, all right. So I'm going to go in here.
Well, I guess the question is, should everything in there have a short title?
I think so. I think, well, I'm meaning you got to have a title, or if not, we need to think about how to handle it. But let's debug this.
Okay.
Check out the error, and then we can decide what we think it should do.
Yeah, that's true. It's cool. I'm also in a live share going on, so I'm kind of following. I don't know why I'm looking on the screen because it's on my screen right here. It's just so funny.
Right.
Yeah, because so has title says, and maybe that's the wrong name for it, right? It's saying that short title is not empty, right?
Mm-hmm.
So, and how we get short title is it's the end of it.
This. So we're actually testing this short title. This unit test is actually going to fail in this. And so I'm running through. This is all cool. So I'm not, it's accessing it multiple times. This time it was null.
Oh, okay.
And if we look, title, you see that? It says Windows Desktop : .NET Community Standup dash. So it's trying to parse that out from there, and there aren't more than 2 pieces. Or you know what I mean? Yeah. There aren't enough pieces there.
So there's some things like the sample data could be bad, or in this instance, like we didn't really standardize on the naming back in the day.
Yep.
Right? That was definitely an issue. But we'll also run into this issue if there's not a. Sometimes we just say like ASP.NET Community Stand Up July 23rd, but we don't have a topic yet. Mm-hmm. And then we'll run into this issue because there is no short title.
Yeah, so in that case, maybe short title should just be title.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? If it's null.
Well, so then we also have display title down here, right? Which gets calculated. Because there's title, which comes, so there's title, short title, has title, display title. We have a lot of titles going on.
Mm-hmm.
So how we use this, I think we just use display title in general.
So maybe this test, instead of checking for short title, should check for, but has title is a Boolean. So maybe has title should be checking for.
Well, the question ends up becoming, so what does our UI look like? Do we only ever use display title? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Okay, so I think if that's the case, then we should at least always check that display title has something.
Yeah.
Right? Yeah.
So let's look. Display title. I think we're only showing display title.
I think there was a dot title up. Yeah, there it is, that one. That one about.
There it
Watch
is.
this. Oh, the alt. That's the alt.
Ah.
Yeah, but that makes sense because you, if even if you were to have a short title and a title, you still have a title. There needs to be a string.
Mm-hmm.
But we don't even use that. So, question.
Yeah. So, question here: are we going to upgrade to .NET Core 3.0 Preview 7 since it's release candidate? It's not actually release candidate yet. It's Preview 7. Well, it's supposed to be feature locked, but we're not even in .NET Core 3.0 yet in this. so no, not yet.
Well, that's because we're integrating this into the .NET website, so we know it's on 2.2 today. So when we Honey does say that it does say go live production ready in the blog post.
Yeah. All right. Okay, so what do we want to do with this test? The test is failing because has title is false.
Yeah.
So one of a few things. One, we can say has title verifies the existence not of
display title, probably.
Yeah.
Oh, well, that's bad because display title. So display title says has title, return short title, else return title. So what we should have is has short title, right? And if it does,
well,
here's what I would do. I would do this. I would do if this, then return title, else return short title. Right.
Okay.
Because if that is null or empty, return the title because we know that'll always be there. Then this should be this should be display title, right? Like that. That's what I would do.
Okay.
That's what I would say. Like, and this is then will guarantee that we always have a title or a short title, so the UI will do something with it.
Okay. That is cool. So now,
because I think that in the past, what Damien was doing on the old website is he would say, I think it was generic and there was only a title or it's some parsing of the title somewhere, and he would say if it has, it's not even a title, it's a topic, right? So it's like the topic for it. So if it has a topic, then display the topic, else display the full title.
Cool. All right. So now I think all our tests passed. So that test was cool for a few reasons. One, we have a unit test, and two, and also it's all set up with mocking and all that. So we don't have to worry about the more complicated. We can start writing unit tests for specific things, right?
Yeah.
So that's really cool. And then also it pointed out an issue there with
kind of the logic a little bit.
Yeah, exactly. So I'm pretty happy with that. So I'm set to go ahead and merge that. You think?
Yeah. Yeah, because then what can happen here is it could be like if you don't have a title, the UI could then react and put some boilerplate code. You know what I mean? That's kind of what this would do is in general. I think that's what it. Maybe it has display title. I don't know, but I think that's good.
So there is a question though that whether we should be able to parse out the title, which is maybe a separate thing.
Well, so the idea was that sometimes there's not a topic, right? So what we could do is we could right now change the data model, and if we look at that show, we really think about it, there's title is coming from right here, this title that is coming from whatever YouTube says, and then everything else is a JSON.ignore. So really if I look here, I think there's a category, so really this short title is really the topic, right? So if I was to
there's topic and then there's title is a separate thing. Like title is whatever, release 3.0 or whatever, right?
Yeah. So this would be like, well, title is the full thing, right? Here's the full format that will
Yeah.
come. So then here, if we just did like topic.
So there's I would think like category or.
Well, category is ASP.NET or Xamarin.
Yeah.
That's the category. Topic is the topic of the show.
Oh, got it. Got it.
So that would be .NET Core ASP.NET Core Preview 7, right? Mm-hmm. So, and like if you're in this format here, so here now we have topic, and then here if it this could be if it has, then this is like, okay, so now this is correct, right? And this is going to say like, what's the display title? And if it doesn't have a topic, use the full title, else use the topic, right, in this display thing. And then has title, this would really be something like rename as display title, right? That's just a helper method more than anything that's checking on it. And then now in our unit test, probably if we go here, that's probably pretty good. Now I might have broke the UI, so because now we have topic, right? Well, no, display title didn't change, so that should be fine. Yeah, that's good.
Okay.
Yeah. So now it's going to say, yeah, so this is good because now we kind of understand, like, literally, this is the title, right? This is the topic of the episode, and then this is the display title that we figured out if it has a topic or not.
Yep. Okay.
I think I like that better. So now it's more descriptive because I think a lot of what happened in here is like by just hacking on code, right? When you hack on code, stuff happens.
Sure.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. So now I guess I should
I think you can just commit the changes to his.
So I'm not sure exactly how this works.
Go to your
because
Team Explorer.
Team Explorer. So I'm used to doing this stuff command line, so this is good for me.
Yeah, you got to get used to this now.
Oh, so first of all, we don't want these G things. What the heck?
Happen.
Yeah.
Oh, what?
G dots. We're not running. We did run the test, by the way, Honey Pop. We ran all the tests. That's part of what made me so happy. Look at all that.
Yeah, it's like the it's as if the why did it?
This seems kind of buggish.
I mean, you don't have to add those. You could just add the ones that you want, right?
Right.
If you go into your, we want to update nothing in there. We definitely just want to update those top 3.
Yeah. So, but what did we actually change?
So in show, we changed all those things that I just changed.
Oh, yeah.
And then the test, we updated the test, basically, right? You can double tap on it. I'll show you the change. Gonna get used to Visual Studio.
Yeah, but.
Yeah, you and your VS Code.
I know. I said I thought I was being smart with that. Okay, so but I do need to now. I need to remove all this crap here on stage.
Oh,
right?
You have those staged already. I see.
I don't know why.
You can tap on the folder up top and do it. Unstage the folder.
Shared pages. All of pages can be unstaged.
That's really strange. I don't know why
that is super strange. I don't know why that is.
Mob really wants you to rerun the project because we changed.
All right, that's true.
They do not believe that we did it. You don't believe that my code was great code. Uh-oh.
What on earth is happening here?
Configure that SSL.
Well, this is actually pretty weird. I don't know why that would not be configured.
Oh man, today I was booting up everything. You know, Slack updated with a brand new client today, and and I was on my PC and something about Chromium, like system wide, something in the kernel crashed, and it crashed Edge, it crashed Chrome, it crashed Slack. Basically, my entire computer was dead, and like VS itself crashed. Like everything crashed. I was like, everything's crashing. I was like, what's happening? That looks good. Look at that.
It does, although this is okay. Well, when I'm clicking,
and then see that one right there. See the languages and runtime. That one is because it doesn't have.
Are our URLs weird? because
I mean,
if I click on this,
oh, hello.
that don't look right. So
That does not look right.
So maybe this is a separate bug to fix, but I at least want to see if we broke it. So if I go, as part of this commit, so thumbnail URL, where is the actual show URL?
I don't think we ever linked to anything.
Oh, okay then.
But why is it clickable?
That's a question. Show.url.
That's the go somewhere.
You're right. So what is?
Maybe we need to wrap that image in that.
Where? So sorry. Where is the image?
Right there. And so yeah, why does that? Why does
model.url?
Because it's a link. Ancient Coner says. Oh, yeah. Watch this episode.
Yeah, it should be. So we're loading that incorrectly. It looks like, right? Model.url. That's URL is actually a property of the model class.
Oh. That should be show.
So we wanted show.
Wow. Bug fix.
All right.
Isn't that funny?
That is a good one. Okay, so now let's refresh this.
Now what's great is that we're gonna make this bug fix like
as part of
this commit. Wow, that's what I like to do.
Sweep it under the rug as well.
Yeah, just fix those. Bugs,
but I did fix it there. Is it show.url? I didn't save it. All right, now let's refresh.
Come on, John.
See, I was mousing over them. I'm like, did we break anything here? There it is.
There it is.
Wonderful.
Boop. Nice.
Hooray. Okay. I think that's enough. Now, did I mix up anything else with my... Okay, so I've gone through my Team Explorer business. I've got all that staged.
Now you need to bring in that index.cshtml that you just changed.
Yeah. Well, although that could be
maybe do that later.
Okay.
Because Smob was saying that if we do their PR, then we might have to fix it again.
Yeah. Okay. So updated to use or to fix title parsing. Whatever.
Title parsing.
Okay. Now do we go out to the PR in the web app?
You gotta sync that puppy. Yeah. Sync it up. Sync it up. Push it. There's also someone did a service factory.
I know. So I actually wanted to talk to you about this one because I don't know that we need the service factory.
Okay, well, we'll look at Smobs first because Smobs is smaller and uses the card deck. Holy bananas.
Which is good.
All right, so I'll let you finish this pull request.
Okay, so what I normally do here is then I go check it out. I go, so does this have our changes that I just synced?
Tap on it. This. Boom.
There it is. Boom. Okay, I merged that with great justice. For great justice. Okay.
You did it. It happened. We did it, people. It took us half an hour, but we got a PR in.
Yeah,
Bam.
but we also found some interesting issues with our parsings and our titles and all that stuff. Okay.
Also, really quick, go back to GitHub really quick. You got to see this. So hover over Sirwan, and then look at that location.
Home. At home. Job Sirwan.
That's great.
Okay.
That's great.
Okay. Let's go back. Let's check the GitHub thing. Let's refresh. So you're talking about this one here from Smob.
Yeah, so now what I like to do is I always like to, before you check out another one, go back to master, undo all of your changes, right? And then, because it'll have a hard time if you try to do it. So like I go there and then go into your Team Explorer again, and then make sure that when you go home, button up there, then go to changes and then undo everything. Yeah, you got to remove all
Except we want this change.
Oh yeah, might as well just bring that in and commit that.
So I'm going to commit that one change. Stage. Fixed.
Right in a master.
Yeah. Fix URL for whatever thumbnail.
Thumbnail, yeah.
Okay, commit stage. Well, all right. Those ones we're going to want to boot those all out because I don't even know. G.cs, those should be removed. That should be in our like git ignore or something.
Yeah, what's going on? That should be in the git ignore. How did those .g dot see them anyway? Star dot? Really weird. Strange. Well, maybe shouldn't they?
This is weird anyhow that it's, I don't know.
They're gonna have to delete, I think, all of them individually. I don't know if you want to delete the full.
Yeah. I do. They're generated. That's the whole point.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, they're gen. Also, by the way, thank you, Blounty, for the bits. Donated, of course, to the Duke Langer Foundation. Thank you so much. And also some nice follows from Nerdrays and JCI. Doval, thank you so much for the follow. And thanks for all the pull requests. I love it.
Yep. And Smab told us it's pronounced Smab. Short
Smab.
A like slab.
Slab.
Yep.
Smab. Smob.
All right.
Smab.
So now let's go. Unfortunately, there's an unrecoverable error.
That's not good.
That's frightening.
It is frightening.
I don't even know. Does that? It seems to have recovered though. I mean,
perfect. Ship it. Works here.
Yeah. I think I need to close this and come back in. I'm going to close.
I will also say I was doing some UI testing today because I'm doing this DevOps series with Abel, and they kicked me out of the live show.
Sorry about that.
It's okay. It's okay. And I will say that the Test Explorer, you're in the preview. The Test Explorer in 16.2 is way better than 16.1. Like they made some great improvements there. It's like you wouldn't know unless you went back and forth, but like it has all the little icons up top. They changed the font output. Really nice.
Oh boy.
Anyways, I wonder if this new link. You gotta get a new link.
New link. Yep.
Gotta get a new link.
It just, when it says catastrophic unrecoverable error, I mean, it sounds rather serious. Okay.
I mean, it sounds serious, but is it?
I don't know.
Nobody knows.
All right, here, I'm sending you this here link.
All right, I can do that.
Cool. All right. One other thing is, it was prompting me earlier to update my IntelliCode stuff. Yeah. Should do that at some point. Okay, things are sounding good. We did commit that fix. Oh, we have another pull request. Ron Master.
From the smab like a slab?
Yep. Okay, so open it on up.
Open it up.
Cool. All right.
Oh, you know what I should do before you do that? Let me go to...
I'm
going to go to the github.com/John Galloway. And I think what I'll do is I'm going to... That one's the 17, right? Yeah. So I'm just going to... There's a conflict right now. I'm going to resolve the conflicts in the browser because that's how I do it.
Okay.
And I see it here. So I'm just going to go do this really quick.
You're a conflict on this issue?
Yeah.
Or this
on
PR?
the pull request. Because you just committed that code.
Yeah.
But
Although that's weird. Why would that conflict? You'd think that would merge.
Because the code that he changed was very in the same place of the code that you changed.
All right.
Yeah. So, okay, now go ahead and refresh that one more time. Refresh.
Yep.
Just to make sure it has it. Now go ahead and you can pull that.
All right. So let's check out what's there.
So crazy. Oh, that one did it.
See, there, it worked. I did the exact same thing 2 times and it was, yeah. All right. So card deck, grid deck. So we're continuing our improvements into making it more of an actual grid, using their grid. And this one also uses, if I remember, yeah, so this is setting grid deck.
Grid deck.
And gets rid of that bottom buffer. All right, that all looks good. Let's run it.
Oh, that's... Did you checked it out already?
Yeah, I'm running. Oh no. Well, thanks.
On air.
All right. Well, I would have been like, yeah, this is great. Okay, check it on out.
This looks amazing. Because ideally, we
Yeah.
should see no difference, right?
Right. Alrighty. Although it may, continuing to move towards the card deck is build errors.
Uh-oh.
Huh.
Oh, why? How come it? Maybe it's to do a clean read.
Yeah. There's some weird business going on here. All right, Solution Explorer.
What's the error on there? Oh, there you go.
Package reference. Well, so this is a warning. And I think it's telling us, well, should we fix that? SDK implicit reference. I forget.
In the test project.
Ooh. So we may have that implicit reference because you need to for XUnit. That's what I thought.
That's a warning.
Yeah, right. Build solution. Now it's going to work. Better.
Frost. Nope. Oh, now what happened here? Show does not contain short title. Uh-oh.
Oh, we broke that. So this should be, what did we rename that? Is that topic?
Oh, this is a different test? How come it didn't?
Yeah. This is in our...
Oh, yeah, so it should be not short title, but it should be...
I think that was topic, wasn't it?
Yeah, topic. Yeah. I don't know how that broke because we had tests in there. Are these new tests?
No. Yes, they were actually.
Oh. New tests.
Now what is happening there? Topic.
I can assist. Topic. Oh,
there's multiple. Yeah.
Okay. What else did we do?
Let's rerun our tests. Right? That is weird though, because I did rerun those tests twice. Once because I thought I should, and second because somebody didn't believe that I did it. And it passed both times. So how did it run the test without compilable tests?
Oh, wait. How come there's two namespaces, .unit tests and .tests?
Yeah, that's a good question. So some of these were in health checks. So I put that, yeah, so we could, so one is tests, well, okay. So there's health check tests, which are integration, and then these are unit tests.
Okay, that makes
I'll
sense.
allow it.
I'll allow it.
Okay. So now we're back on this. Now let's see if we can actually run our website.
Yeah, because we might at one day actually take it and break it into two unit test files, one for just logic testing and one for the web testing, one for, it's almost like UI testing, the health checks are sort of.
Yeah, well, so they are separate files, but they're the same project, yeah. Okay, let's see. Why is it not automatically process exited? What is happening? Oh, because I'm running the tests.
Classic John.
Goodness, John, come on. There we go. Hey, build succeeded.
There you go.
That's good. So while it's doing this, it is interesting. I did look, there are some good posts on reading configuration from a unit test project.
Hold on,
Rick
1 second.
Stahl is a good one.
Got a package. Hold on, right back. Uh-oh. Maybe I
we're back to this.
No, Control-Shift-R. Control-Shift-R. Right back.
That's multitasking. He gets his package and corrects my browser usage all at the same time. This is looking good to me. I'm super happy with it. I have no changes that I'm going to need to make to this. So I will
fix it.
Yeah, we're good. So it worked great. I have no changes I need to make to this. So I'm just going to pop back over to master on this. I'm going to go to the website and I will accept the PR.
Smob says to resize it to make sure it works.
Trouble. All right. Fine. And remember, it's SMAB.
Mab, like a slab.
Yeah. Check for the brakes. Yeah, that is a good point. Okay, so because a lot of the point of all this is the responsive business. It's looking good, right?
Good. I like it. Oh, I gotta get the door. Gotta sign for a package.
Oh, man. All right. Well, he's gone. I'm quickly going to merge. You can't stop me. All right. So I'm going to go over here. There was this pull request for unit test. We're good on that one. Now we're going to do, oh, look. 2 minutes ago, another PR.
Back. It's important. You got a package. This is all of the video footage from Dev Summit.
Oh, wow. That's exciting.
That's an important package.
Yes, it is.
Like, don't mess this up, UPS.
So we also just got another PR as we're twitching right now.
Oh my
Add
goodness.
target blank to episode link. I'm not sure I like that, honestly, because the episode's open in a new tab instead of redirecting.
I don't know. Why not? Well,
right.
if you stay, it's like if you stay inside of your web property, you should make it do it. I guess the question would be if let's say something is live, like let's say there's a live show and you're streaming it, and you're like, oh, I'm interested in this archive, and you click on it, then you'll stop the live stream. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but the live stream normally is going to show at the top of the page, right?
That's true. Unless we do that cool thing like YouTube and like goes down in the bottom.
We're
not that sophisticated. Right.
Well, okay, so this is going to add target blank. I don't know. I need to think about this one.
Well, then shouldn't we do it in multiple places? Because there also is well, we're going to get rid of that button. That button annoys me so.
All right. Okay, so I'm back on master. We'll think about
do it. Merge it.
So?
Merge it.
All right.
Resolve the conflicts in the browser first. When in doubt,
are
merge.
there conflicts in the browser?
Yeah, go in the browser.
There are conflicts. All right.
Yep. And then
Oh, right, because there's all that. All we need is target blank.
Yeah. I love to resolve conflicts in the browser. That's my favorite.
I'm a fan of that too.
Yeah.
All right, then we get rid of that. Get rid of
all that. Beautiful.
Excellent. Resolved. Mark is resolved.
It's like my favorite GitHub feature.
You know, it's really amazing how like Git is not super intuitive. Git, but like I forget where this conversation was coming up. Maybe on the Twitters. Like Git's like not at all intuitive. It's difficult to use from the command line. There's so many options and stuff. But the GitHub UI on top of it like totally makes it work. Let me see. Pretend man pages for Git. Have you seen this?
No. What's it?
It just like generates these fake Git man page generator.
Git man.
So it just like these are all fake. Git Swagger history, Git condensed branch. It just like generates this stuff on the but you wouldn't know it. You look at it and you go like, yep, that's all probably features, right? So there you go. Git treat tree. That's what I want.
There you go.
Okay, so where are we at? We have done that. I need to get my source code up to date, and then we need to actually focus on, like, what are we doing here? Are we gonna
What is life?
Yeah.
Well, I can answer some questions. So let's see. So I am not myself asked, what are we using for video or using Skype? A little small startup.
Mm-hmm.
I've never heard of it. Yeah, we're just using Skype, and then we use NDI, which is a way of taking John's video and his video sources and plop. In fact, you can see it Skype because in the top right, Skype icon.
Yeah.
And then let's see. Yeah, Matt Leibowitz, Matt LeBeau says we never do any final checks. No, we just commit code. Just be crushing code all day. Crush it. You don't got time to do checks. Crush it. We actually do need to set up a CI at some point just for fun.
Yeah, we do.
Yeah.
I also need to know what the heck is going on with these G.CSs. That's
Yeah.
just freaking me out.
Oh, is there like a setting inside of your Solution Explorer that's showing that? Like in the
Not that
top
I.
of it?
Where would that be?
Those little like little thingies.
File nesting's enabled.
That sounds correct. Yeah.
Web. Standard settings web, I think. But that shouldn't make a difference. I don't know.
They're just being generated and not like hidden, right?
They are generated, but they should be hidden. They should not be shown. It could be, I don't know. I'm always running new stuff. Yeah. So Honeypop said that we deleted some code we maybe didn't intend to delete. And I think as part of that merging. So I need to sync, actually, I believe. I go into the Team Explorer, right?
You got a lot of.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
See, like.
Oh, and you also need to commit the show tests. Oops.
Yeah. What? Here.
Yeah, we forgot to. We updated those. All right, so we should probably commit that.
All right, so let's do that. Stage fixed.
Yes.
Test for show or whatever. Cool. Commit staged.
I think delete all those, right?
Yeah, but then it's gonna freak out because it's gonna. I think that's why I had to restart before. So I think maybe we need to look. My get ignore maybe needs to include a .g.cs.
I guess, yeah, star.g.cs.
Mm-hmm.
But you would think it would by default.
It totally should.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is weird. I'm believing this is some sort of bug. I have not seen this before, so I'm just gonna pretend like it's not happening for now.
Visual Studio bug.
Yeah.
Preview. You're on the preview.
And we're on the preview. Yep. Okay. So what I do think we want to do is let's look at our
backlog.
Yeah.
Backlog. Also, Smab. Slavy Smab says merge was successful.
Oh, good.
So.
Okay. So here's our options. We can start messing with the Azure stuff. We can do the CI. I mean, we can do functions. We can start doing the. We could set up continuous deployment. And run a website. We could also do the show notes and community links.
Oh yeah, weren't we going to do a thing in that model that tried to parse out the community links?
Yeah. So that's kind of interesting because there's a few things like in the show notes where I have questions. When the show
I got questions.
Where are we? Let's run the site.
Okay.
Where are we actually going to show those show notes? You know what I mean? Is that that fancy thing you're talking about where you click and it expands down and?
Oh, I mean, you want the entire description in there?
I don't know. Where are you thinking that the show notes are shown here?
I think you would just put on the bottom right, like above it, like in a normal link. Like I would get rid of that button. Go somewhere because it's so upsetting. And then I think you would put like a bottom right, show notes or community or links or something. Or we could put the button in the bottom right or the bottom left, and it's always like links or whatever, right? Show notes.
And it takes you to another page that just shows the show notes for that thing?
Yeah, it would take you to the URL list.
Oh, remember? Okay. All right.
Yeah, because I think that the show notes are on the YouTube page. Like, if people want to read the show notes are pretty generic, right? They don't really say much about the show. But I think if you're just like, oh, I want to go look at the community links and I don't want to go all the way to the YouTube page, we could put this here, right?
Yeah, well, my thought was too, and that's maybe a thing for later, but there's the community links and show notes, and the show notes would actually be, we don't have this yet on the things, but I would love, for instance, let's go to a recent show, right? So here we've got this one. Yeah. And what I'm thinking is, if the description includes the URL list, then we've got that. But we could also have a thing where it's like show notes, colon, and it's a markdown file or something. And somebody else could actually like type them up.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, because like here, let me Jeff Frit.
You're gonna bring me back in the day.
Yeah, ASP.NET community. Because these were really cool when he used to write these up. So like notes from community stand-up, right? And people have said, hey, give me a place where I can type these up and I would love to contribute them, you know? And so, I mean, some of them had like, you know, some of them went way into depth. So I don't know. That's a way in the future thing, I guess.
Yeah, that would be nice. I mean, the question is, are we ever going to? Oh, you ended my live share. Something happened. Let me see.
How did that happen?
I think it just died on me. It was like, But yeah, I think you're right. I think that I'm just gonna open it back up here, see if it reconnects. Oh, it says you're offline. It must have kicked me off or something.
That was weird.
Preview channel, preview bits.
Yeah, it's been, you know, I updated some stuff today and maybe I shouldn't have.
Yeah, that happened.
All right. Link has been copied. I'll send it on over. Okay, so I agree with what you're saying. That's a nice feature I'd like to add. It does not need to be a blocker here. So I can, what I do want to do.
But we should parse out the URL list.
Yes.
And then put that in there. Like I would just make that a normal, like I don't think it needs to be a button. I think it'd just be like a link, right? Like a hover link.
Okay, that's simpler than I was thinking. So for this, for show notes, I'm going to edit this one and I'm going to move it back into a nice to have thing.
Like that.
So there, and then we'll just move this into a to do maybe.
Got it.
Cool.
So now what I did over on your side, so I'm going to create a new property called community links. Community links URL.
Are you in the show?
I'm in the show.
You made it to the show.
Made it to the show. And then what I'm going to do.
Oh my goodness.
Oh, maybe it just doesn't like me doing anything.
Apparently, that's frustrating. So, we may need to, if this keeps getting crazy, we could switch over and
let you code it.
All right.
Code it. John can code it.
Okay.
All right. So open up the show.
Now we'll learn. I never learned to type.
Well, I had it. So there it is, right there, line 46. 40. There it is. I started.
Yep.
And I think that one. So what we want to do is the description is what we want to parse out of it, right?
Yep. So we want. So should I put this in a get or should I put this in a?
So I kind of did it like I would copy and paste like how I did the short name, the short title or topic or whatever, right? It like has a backing field and stuff.
Yeah, so that it only parses at one time. Is that the idea?
That's my thought.
Okay. So so actually I would change this over to like that's what this should be.
Yeah, you just copy paste basically.
All right. So community links URL. Boop. And then
nice long name. That's what I'm about.
I don't want to do rename because it's going to mess them all up. All right. So there's that. And then
that.
Oh, I could just do.
So then we just need to figure out that middle piece, right? So there's a return in there. So there's
a
the line.
So it needs to look for description, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so if it's null or white space description, then we just have to bail.
Yeah, bail.
So if string is null or white space description, return string.empty or null.
Yeah, I think null is fine.
All right.
Yeah, that's fine because we'll check against string or null, right? And then you can say if
contains.
Well, now what we'll do is we'll just we'll copy and so we'll do if we've already filled it in, then return it, right?
Yes.
So if not is null or white space.
Okay.
James.
Yep. Community links URL, right?
And then just so then if we've already filled it in, then return it.
Otherwise, we have to.
I'm an anti-arrow person, so that's how some people would wrap that. I was like, so now, yeah. So how are we gonna? We gotta find it. How do you find a URL within a?
So we can look specifically for that URL list. Yeah. I mean, so if we go to look at a recent one, like here's an example show, right? All right, so let's go to this one.
Yes. Yeah.
So here it's got a URL list link. So, or if it says like community links for this week, I mean, there's different ways we could key on that. Do you want to just look for a URL list?
Yeah, I mean, I think that's fine. I think that's the better thing to do. Because we've standardized on that, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
For now. Yeah. Okay, so string that contains
the URL list, I guess.
Yeah. Okay. If index of
you do description dot.
Oh yes.
Yeah. Smab is asking if you could use a regex. You could use a regex. I don't know how to use regex.
Yeah, that's always a problem. You know, it depends. I mean, in terms of if you just want to find index.
I think we lost John. Am I still here? Oh. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. We lost John. Poor connection. Did I lose internet? Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Let's back.
Oh my goodness.
Computer crash?
No, just Skype just went away. So I wonder how hard would it be? Do you want to switch over to you doing it on your side, or do you want me to just keep going?
I'll just go for it.
All right. So I'm going to say contains, and then I could say like, what, theurls.com?
Yeah, probably, yeah. Maybe if it doesn't contain it, then just
okay.
I guess, right? Let's see. This is the one you just streamed 4 hours ago. You did. Yeah, the urls.com. And then what we need to find is probably, well, I would do.
Oh, you know what? Here we're putting a few things together. We need to and a bunch of stuff together, I think. Maybe that's, you're saying though that, see, should this return null also?
Locked up on.
This is troublesome. Skype is being wacky then, huh?
Are you sharing your?
Oh, I'm not.
The NDI's like, I don't know what's happening. Last whatever's in the buffer.
Okay. We don't want to lose that. Share that screen.
Behind the scenes. Adjusting.
Yeah.
Great. Live streaming. All right, there we go.
That works.
All right, so no, I think what we can do is if it doesn't contain the URL list, then just return null, right?
Okay. And
then else, we just need to parse it out. So I think what we do at this point is that we do.
So you can get the index of, I mean, yeah, it's true. You can do a regex. It's just I always hate it, and then later it's always hard to like look at it later. You know, it's just like okay. So I could get the way I would think to do
move
this.
my little Skype window just down a little bit. Perfect.
Okay. So it is.
John just likes to see me, by the way. He misses my beautiful face, so he needs it on the screen at all times.
It's or I don't know if you're like making fun of me, and I don't, I want to see. Okay, so I'm gonna get the index of the URL list, and so I'll say like int, and somebody else can do a pull request that makes it more wonderful. Start equals description dot index of the https://URL list. Right?
Yep. Yeah, so that'll be
right?
www dot.
Yeah. All right. Okay. And then from there, I want to do index of int end and equals, and I think I want to do description index of, and there's one with a starting position also. Dot index of, and I want a space. Oh, I wonder now if it's bad. See, we need either the end. This maybe should be a regex. Smab's saying it too. I think maybe I should do a regex. Let's play with the regex.
All right, regex. I'm googling regex. Find a URL.
Well, okay. So there's like regex testers. Okay, for this.
This is good. I just googled it. First one that came up on Bing is pretty good, I think.
All right. So here's let's take a
Yeah, because there might not be a string at the end. It might just be the end of it.
That's
you know what I mean?
That's where I'm starting to think like, okay, fine, you're right.
We're smart.
Fine.
We're just not that smart. We're smart. We're just not
that. Okay, so here, and then this is like this is actually going to be something else.
Yeah, and that should be fine enough, though. Oh, I guess, yeah, the whole thing.
Yeah. Because I want to, boom. Okay, so now we want we don't want any URL. We want the URL list, right?
Yeah, special.
And we need a capture group, or we need a capture.
So I guess it is, I don't know how to do X's.
Yeah, okay, so.
Oh, someone has this. So, oh, you know what you could do is you could find any URL and then do first or default and ask that it contains the URL list. Ah, that's smart. So just do any, just make it so it parses out any URLs, right?
Okay.
All right, so go into, gotta Google this.
I'm thinking this is going to be good. Watch the URL list. See, right, we can do a direct match on this urllist.com, right? And then I got to do escape that. And so what has it captured it? So why did it not capture it?
The URL list.
There you go. The URL list. Okay, so now I need to do everything except for a space until the end of line. So I need to do.
Look at this regex pro over here. Look at this guy.
Okay, well, so I can do. I forget what the.
John Googled it on his phone. He's like, look at me, how smart I am.
Well, so one way is I could do everything but. So where's my space?
Look at this.
Space. No. And star. So that is a way. Is
that the best way? Someone says,
I don't know.
Leibowitz says, don't forget the trailing periods or other punctuation.
Yeah, but I don't think we're going to have trailing periods. I mean, so far we don't. They're always on one line.
Yeah, what if you put a period at the end of it, like test.com/abc dot?
Yeah, well, don't do that. Right? It's gonna be everything up till the end of the line, up until a space. But a period is valid in a URL also. Like I could create a URL list. So I'm actually.
It is. But yeah, .html could be in there.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, exactly. So I'm kind of okay with this. And then it is something we could do a. There is a what I forget what it's called, a meta sequence or something or a character class for. So you can say I only want. See, but I've got dashes and I've got. So that is true. I could do, instead of this, I could say specific. I could say A through Z and
Numbers.
And yeah, so I'm kind of not liking that as much. A through Z and 1 through, or 0 through 9. And /, but I have to escape it. And a dash.
Boom. Yeah, because that's what all it will ever be.
Probably. Yeah. Okay. So I guess maybe that's better.
Yeah, so
and then now,
Z Doctor was asking what we're trying to do. We're just trying to find a URL that matches the URL list that could be in this in general, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I think this works. So this is a capture, and then so
yeah, because the nice thing is that we know what format the URL stuff is going to be in. You know what I mean? That's not a surprise to us. Now let me check really quick some of the other ones that I've done in the past on my list. Yeah, so mine are just Xamarin stand up because we name it actually. You name the URL. So mine's called Xamarin stand up June 19th. So that would work. Yeah, so as long as we follow this format, we're good to go.
Okay. Yeah. I mean, this is, and we can make it better over time, but all right. Thanks for making us do the regex.
So now we don't even need this contains, right? We can just do the regex, and if it contains a match, then boom, one thing.
Yep.
One check.
Okay. So we can get rid of like all of that. Yep. And then regex dot match.
Yeah, match.
So input string is description. And the pattern is that. And then
@ at the beginning of that pup.
Yes, yes. And then this is going to give us I don't know what the output is, a match. So var, whatever, links or match equals, right? All right. If match dot success.
Oh, also, someone's saying that regex 101 has a button that you can click that says "Give me the code."
Well, yeah, but we need to define exactly. Well, so it has code for C#, because give me the code. Where is it?
I'm kind of curious if it.
So no, it doesn't have it for C#. That's fine. This is easy enough. So you basically say if match.success.
Oh, it says go to code generator. Oh, we're doing this together. Go to code generator.
All right.
I want to see.
I've written all the code. There's not much more.
Oh, under tools.
Yeah. There's.
C#. Whoa. There. That's cool.
Yeah, and we do need that multi-line, so fine. All right, I mean, I guess that's cool. We only need one match, though. I don't know that this is actually providing a whole lot. I do need this.
I think you're okay. I think yours is fine.
Okay, so, but this did point out to us that we need those options, the multi-line.
Wow.
So, comma, right?
Yeah.
Dot multi-line, and you know.
Can you pipe in other things? Like what about ignore? Oh, you have the cases covered. I see. Got it.
Yeah. Okay.
And we're just matching. Should it be match or matches?
Well, we only want one match, right?
This is going to just grab the first match.
So we want to say community links equals match dot first, or
value.
Value.
Maybe a string.
I think though there's multiple.
What does the code generator do?
Yeah, you're right. It iterates. My computer's been a little bit slow.
Oh, yeah. Dot value. Dot value. Dot index.
All right. Yeah. So we just want dot value.
Nice.
All right. This may work.
So someone says a musical. Also, thank you for the follow. Says you probably want to include slash after the .com in your regex before your az. Otherwise, someone could feed a URL that has your domain name as a subdomain, and it would still match.
Let us try and I didn't quite follow that.
Yeah,
so let's see.
Read it. Go to the non-code generator.
All right. My computer's being a bit slow. So if you're like, what is John doing? That's what's happening. Okay, so they're saying we don't want a slash. You may want to include slash after the .com. Oh, that's fair.
Yeah, that's fair.
And now I need to escape it.
Nice.
Right?
Oh.
Yeah, that's good.
It's a good one.
Thank you. Quite thank you. Okay, so slash. So now we need to do. Cool.
High fives. Boom.
High fives. And this is something we'll want to write a test on too, right?
Yeah. Honey Pop also says you might want to remove the www dot, as it's possible the website could remove the subdomain in the future, so you'd have to remove that in the. True.
Yeah, if we do that, or I could make it optional.
Yeah, just leave it.
I'll leave it for now. That is a point. If it breaks, it's one single place to fix it.
Yeah.
I don't know.
But also, we know the people that run this website.
Yeah, we will not let them change it. Okay, so there we have community links URL.
Perfect.
So now we can do a few things. One is we can add it to the page, and then we should write some sort of test on this. All right, so we have for each show. So that's for ones in the future.
We're gonna get 100 regex PRs.
Pull requests, yes.
So I think here, yeah, the go somewhere. Let's get rid of that.
And we can say show link, show note, or show links, community links.
And I think we won't make it a button, right? We just make it a
URL, or I mean a link. Okay, so community links URL.
Yeah, right now it's a button, so maybe not a button.
All right, that button's bugging you.
Yeah, I mean it's not need to be a button.
It's a little wacky.
And I think we need to make it. So I wonder how you make it so it's in the bottom right. You know what I mean? Like somewhere else.
Yep.
You could do the thing where like there's the card footer where we put the time on it, but we could also do it where it's like another section too.
There are build errors.
Oh gosh. Oh, this is your. That's warnings.
These are all warnings. 11 warnings, but 2 errors. So that's not good.
All locked up.
Yeah, there's some weird business going on. So in prepping for doing this today, I thought we might be showing functions, and so I did some stuff to install new like tools for the Azure tools, and I may have broken my installation here. Sure, I don't know if I need to like clean.
I think if anything, you could probably just close. But it seems like something has a lock on it.
Yeah, let me try one last thing and then I'll close and reopen.
Well, while we're trying that, Joel, thank you for the follow. Wow, follows. Even when things go wrong, people follow. Just jam on that. All of it.
Yep, Honey Pop is mentioning a good idea, which is that there are other libraries that'll parse this stuff out. So so HTML Agility Pack is one I've used in the past. There's some other cool ones, some new ones. There's one called Angle Sharp. Angle Sharp is pretty cool. There's some other like really nice like code layers that handle like HTML parsing and all that. So that is very true. We're not actually parsing HTML though. We're just parsing, we're looking in a text blob.
You might have to go and delete your OBJ and bin files.
That is just awful. Yeah, you're right. Okay, so
when in doubt, delete those files.
I'm not scared.
It's not just Xamarin apps that sometimes you got to delete the bin and
OBJ. This is wacky though.
Well, I will say that remember the IDE crashed earlier randomly, and I wonder if it left random locks around.
It's possible.
Z Doctor says when in doubt, delete system32 folder. Probably got to close out.
I need to buy a new computer. I think actually.
When in doubt, buy a brand new computer. I mean, that's just good practice. Oh, I think it's still locked.
That's what. How could it? What's locking?
Delete all. I'll close all of ES.
Then I'm gonna have to share again.
I'm not even in it, so you're fine.
Oh,
I'm not even. Yeah, you're not even shared.
Oh, that's right.
No, maybe you have you have a dev env process somewhere still running.
Yeah,
I'm looking. Manager.
Yeah, let's look into that. I'm not scared. I'll kill processes. I remember a long time ago, by the way, I went to see, like, I'll kill that one. I went to see Richard Campbell speak, and something wasn't working, and he's like, I'm just going to start killing processes, and people are like, ha ha ha, and he did, and I was like, whoa, you can totally do that. And so now I don't care, I'll kill those processes. So I don't know. There is that who's locking thing. I totally don't see anything there, so let's try it again.
Is it open in the browser somewhere? Did the browser lock?
No, it's not running. I don't have any. Yeah, let's look in Task Manager one more time. Yeah, I don't see anything. This is disconcerting. .NET.exe. So there's.
Oh, .NET.exe.
I don't. Did we see .NET.exe though?
No. Docker service.
No.
Yeah, go back into your details, I guess.
Details.
Not hiding somewhere.
No.
Kill Explorer. Boom.
Kill it all?
I had to kill Explorer today. It wouldn't let me create a new folder.
All right.
Your machine's real happy with you.
Yeah. So now, by the way, here's a trick. When you need to restart Explorer, if it's not coming up for you, you can do Control-Alt-Delete. Oh, but this keyboard.
Mob did say there was one .NET.exe there. So I don't know how I didn't see it. Someone said it's in there.
I did not see it. So I don't have Explorer running, and normally I do Control-Alt-Delete, but my keyboard is weird and it doesn't show a delete button.
I think John needs a new computer. Control-R.
Yeah. Control-R. No, that would refresh that.
Windows-R. Control.
Yes. So
it says on Windows, if you press the Win key plus E. Oh, that actually does open the Explorer.
Yeah, but it's not, because the Explorer process isn't running.
Win plus R, that's run.
Win plus R also not running for me. So I can do Control-Alt. What I was going to show before, from Task Manager, you can do it. Oh, can I do Alt-Tab? Skype. This is quite something. I can do Alt-Tab.
Okay.
Okay. So Control-Shift-Escape, we'll see about that. What I normally do...
This is fun.
There it is. That's what I was going to do. Control shift. So I was going to do Control Alt Delete, but you can do run new process.
Oh, okay.
Create new task.
There's a billion ways to get to that, which I love, because you're there anyways. And that's where you killed it, right? Fossil says, open up a PR to fix John's computer.
There you go. There you
so
go.
Go back into your task manager. Is there a .NET exe in there? Someone says it's in there.
In details? Well, first let's look here. Don't see it there, so now let's look over here. I don't see it.
I see it. Oh, there it is. Oh.
Tried to sneak by, didn't it?
Sneaky. Wow.
It would have got away with it. It wasn't for those meddling kids.
Those meddling kids watching the stream with better eyes than us.
So Honeypot pointed out there is an option to restart Explorer instead of killing it, and that is true.
I don't.
And I usually use that, but
I don't trust that.
As soon as I'm on Twitch, you know, my brain just goes away. Yeah.
Game over.
All right, so I am attempting to run this.
Yeah, so probably what happened is the IDE crashed, but .NET was running your code, so it kept a lock on the files behind the scenes. Maybe.
Okay, so
maybe now try to delete them.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Yeah, let's go over here. So here, let's see if I can first. I'm gonna one at a time. Let's get rid of OBJ. Awesome. Let's see what's actually in there that it's giving me trouble with. So it's just this.
Can you rename it?
Sure.
I don't know that word. Huh? It probably should be like no, right?
That's wonderful.
I mean, I don't know.
That should not have worked. All right. So now let's see if I can delete foo.dll. No, but I don't care.
No, I don't care.
All right.
Hopefully. Now it's going to be like foo comes up. It's like a lot of foo's lock. Sorry.
Yeah. Your project has been renamed to foo.dll. Fixing.
That's great. I love life.
Community links.
Oh, but see, we need to do a thing that says has links, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, and only display it if it has a link.
Okay, but now let's check this out. That's kind of cool. Now, I was thinking, by the way, if we did want to get even fancier, we could, like I've asked them to create an API to give me the links. Like you could actually do more. I mean, this is fine to integrate with it. This is better than we've got right now. But like we could do more to like, and honestly, I'm not sure that I hate the, I think there maybe a button is too annoying, but maybe there's like some bootstrappy way to make it a little cooler.
You can make it do class equals card hyphen link. And that's what it'll be.
Okay.
Yep. I'm looking. I'm on the docs right now. So.
Cool. Okay.
I don't know if that's gonna do anything. And then we need to put a create a boolean, right? Has in that show. Yeah.
So I do like this. So we still have those generated files. There's some madness going on, but I do like, you know, over time. This is something that I like, that with the page model, you can add these like little utility helper things. Mm-hmm. And you know, they're kind of nice. Okay, so here I can go. So, and this has links.
Well, should you put it there or should you put it in the show itself?
All right, fine.
Yeah, because you're going to put it there, then how's it going to, you're going to have to call a method.
Well, yeah, okay. Fine.
Yeah.
Okay.
Also, Matt wants it to be underscore blank. Everyone wants underscore blank new links to open. Probably.
Fine. Okay. So where did you organize? Did you put them all kind of in the, no, you have them all right up here.
I just, you know, smattered them all over. Yeah, put another JSON ignore on that pup.
Oh, yeah. Has links. So we want to say like just not null, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so string dot is not, isn't there an is not null?
No.
All right.
That'd be too much of a luxury.
Right.
You got to put that bang in front of it.
Well,
there you go.
And then community links.
Yeah, and Janice was saying we could probably do this inside of it, but we're going to reuse this code in the mobile app, so we want to put.
You're right. You're right.
Then,
okay.
And you can make that a JSON ignore too, and that because we want to do that on demand. Yeah. Someone said there is a library. Honey says there is a library that adds is not null, but if it's not built in, I don't want.
All right, so now we need to pop this out. So we say like at if show dot has links.
Yeah, okay, so I should specify because Matt says James, the guy with all the libraries. Sorry, if it's not a library, if it's not a library that I created, then I don't want it.
Well, you know, there's always a balance because there's so many cool like libraries out there and stuff, yeah. And I want to like know about them and use them, but then it's also like you can go a little nuts with them too. Okay, show has links. Plunk. That should work. Okay, so now you were saying this card link is a neat class?
Yeah, you added it already.
Yeah, but so I'm excited to see how this works.
I don't know if it's any different except for that's what it says to use inside of. Oh.
It's invisible. Oh, you know what? Maybe my Boolean is like whacking out. Right?
Oh, yeah, go to your Boolean. What do you do?
If show has links, all right. So.
Oh, you need the capital C. Because that will always be null.
Right, because it's checking for the backing property, which hasn't been set yet. Sneaky.
But I think the thing with the card links is the nice thing about the card link is if you use that, you can stack as many links as you want, and then it will put them side by side.
That's cool.
If we have another one that's like show notes or whatever.
Right. Cool.
And also, I know Z Doctor is complaining about light themes. I'm a light theme person. That's the default. It's out of the box.
You know, I wouldn't mind putting like a little switcher at some point, but yeah, that's.
I used to, when I was using a lot of VS Code, I used to do it if people donated bits, then I would change the theme. But you know what I use? I don't use the theme you have. I use go into your tools option.
Oh, they're talking about the light theme for this. Yeah, so actually, when I'm presenting, I always use light theme. When I'm coding myself, I'm always black theme.
So I use this one. Go to this one. Go into your tools option.
All right, here are themes.
Oh, look at you using Is that what it's under? Yeah. So I don't use light. I use blue extra contrast because of it. I believe extra contrast for accessibility purposes.
I don't know if I don't like the blue theme.
I love it
personally.
This is the one I use. It gives.
Look, it changed it back. It would not accept it.
It's like, no, I don't like that. That's great. Anyways, that's the one you don't have to use it, but that's the one I use because I imagine that extra contrast means it's more accessible for individuals that maybe are hard vision.
Yep.
I don't know. I don't actually know though. I'm just assuming. I know that all of VS is more accessible, but that's my assumption. But I don't know. We should ask the team. We should ask the team.
I always, when I'm like heads down coding on my own, I'm dark theme. But it's been hammered into my head, always use light theme when presenting. So I just kind of. And you know what? So Visual Studio has the roaming settings. And so the last time I did a presentation, I was in light theme and it's just roamed over and I forgot to change it.
There you go.
So. There we go. Okay, so this is all good. I do want to just very quickly while we're looking at these, if I go to get Bootstrap, I want to see if there's something that I like a little better as far as.
You don't like my link? I see.
Well, okay, so the button actually, if it wasn't quite so in your face, might not be,
Hard, I guess. Oh, oh gosh. I died again. Oh my goodness. Outline buttons. I do like the outline button. There we go.
it's
Heyo.
it's just computer, man.
Man, what a day. What a day for Skype.
Yes, yes. So yeah, there's some outline buttons. That's kind of what I was thinking, is this sort of
I
thing.
like the idea of doing that. You probably gotta share your screen again.
Yeah. All right.
Tuesdays, that'll do it to you.
It's rough.
It is rough.
Share that screen. So Tuesdays too. In the morning, I have the ASP.NET Community Stand Up. I have this in the afternoon. It's just a lot of stuff going on.
I think a little primary outline. I like that. Let's do it.
Want to do primary outline?
Yeah.
Okay, so
I don't know. It doesn't matter. Whatever color you want.
Yeah, because
secondary looks nice, actually.
Yeah. So what I like about these is it's not just like, it looks like we put a little thought into it, but it's not like annoyingly like over the top, because I think the other one was kind of over the top.
I like that.
All right, so let's take a look at this here. Am I still running? I don't even know if I'm not running. You got to run your project, apparently. So then we didn't actually we did do the community links, which was our main thing on our little board there.
And we did a lot of, there we go, that looks pretty good. I wish it was on the right-hand side for some reason.
Yeah, well, sorry. The internet can't do right aligned. So yeah, there's how
do you do a small button?
Yeah, button SM, I think, sizes.
Oh, but that.
Yeah, you're right. Button, so BTN-SM. So that's cool, and we'll refresh that, and then we'll look at what the utility class is for align right.
I think it might just be align right.
So there's a bootstrap class for this that we're going to want to use. And it's under layout, utilities, sizes, no.
Oh, position. We should do rounded.
We could do that.
So hip. No, I mean, just leave it.
I forget, and maybe somebody in the chat has popped up with this, but no, they haven't yet. Okay. I forget. There is like a utility. It's like a text. So text justify. There's. Let me see if someone's popped this in yet. No. So, yeah, there's a question about that. Somebody said don't align it right because it's going to look weird.
I would want it to be like bottom right, but yeah. I don't know.
Okay, so let's take a look at this. If we go bootstrap for align right. And I'm actually surprised. So there's pull right. Maybe that's what I want to do. Text right, text center. So text dash right. Thank you, Ancient Coder. Okay, so yeah, I think we do want text dash right. So that's going to go here. We'll see how that goes. So I may need, yeah, I'm not sure on that. It used to be pull right, but they removed it. Let's try. Or float right. Yeah, so it's weird when you're doing bootstrap development because there are CSS classes. So there you are, right?
How do you push it down? That's the question. See, it'd be cool if it was down too.
Yeah. Well,
I know I'm just up.
Just way over the top on the. Okay, so let's look and see why it's there. We may have to get in to tweak the.
I want it to be perfect.
Do okay. So let's look at why it's way down there. So our card body is putting that padding around, but there's also the 6 days ago.
Yeah, I can see like the ASP.NET is on the top left perfectly, and that'd be cool if it was on the bottom right.
Yeah. So I'm not sure. This div card body has some bottom padding, and I think that's what's doing it.
Well, I think it's okay because if you look at the one on the far right, the Windows desktop, that's why that one's bigger than the other one, right? The height.
Oh,
so that's why. So the idea is that, like, you know, see here, right? You can see the height difference, but what we'd want is that everything goes to the bottom right of it, so they're all consistent.
Yeah. You could do that, but you know, another thing is, well, no. I was going to say we could put it in the top right, so you have desktop and community links. But
Ancient Coder asked, why are we putting it in the card? We're putting it in the card because those community links are for that episode.
Each one goes to each thing. So the community links are per week.
If you do a line bottom.
All right, let's try it. So actually, I should be able to go in here. Let's go to,
I don't know,
this one here. And I can set the class right in here.
Yeah, Ancient asks, doesn't each episode have a page? No, each episode, when you tap on it, goes to YouTube to watch the video.
Yeah. So align bottom did not do it. Yeah. So that is a point too. Jenescu is saying we could have custom icons for those too.
Good. Yeah. You have the icon stuff in there.
So I mean, yeah. So there's a line bottom. There's a line baseline. All that.
Maybe it's text bottom.
Text bottom. Align text bottom.
Line text.
So many.
Icon button. We have font awesome in here. I'll look up some font awesome. Links. Oh, there's cool little links thing. External links. I don't know if that's.
So we did already align bottom.
Maybe you need to wrap it in a.
I mean, we could do the get rid of the bottom padding.
What about? Did you do text bottom?
So I did align bottom.
I don't know any.
Well, I'm kind of wondering because are we going to want to?
What you could do is we could make it you know what we could do is we could make it an icon that's in the top right. You know what I mean? If we make it an icon, then it will be very clear, like right up there where your mouse is. That would look pretty good.
Yeah. So Ancient Coder is saying we could put a PB0 on the card body, and that is true. So that's the deal there is I think if we went here, oh no, on card body. So you can do, so that's another utility thing where you can PB-0, you can set that on that one. And I'd have to find which one. But, you know, another thing is we could put it down like here. We have this empty space down there 6 days ago.
That's true.
You know, in that footer. Where were you saying to put it? Up here along with like ASP.NET?
I think so. Just like put a little icon up there, right?
All right.
And then that will make it so they're all shorter, right? Because that is just blank space, and it could be a little icon. Like if you go to Font Awesome, there's little, you know, external link things, and we have that built in.
Yeah, the only thing I think with that is that it's It's not. That might mean that would look a bit like it's a link to the video or something. It's not obvious that it's community links.
That's true. That's true. It's like a community.
Yeah.
Not really good ones. And URL. Nope.
Yeah. So I don't know. And you know, I'm not sure with this. Well,
Yeah.
let's try your thing with putting. It doesn't have to say community links. It could just say links, and we could put that in the upper right, like you're saying.
Could try it. Could try it.
I prefer to use links instead of an icon because it's just not. I don't know. We could try it. Okay, so let's go. This.
You can just leave it. Just leave it as is. Just ship it.
All right, we'll leave it this way for now.
Then someone will go and pick a full pull request and they'll fix it.
And it'll be like way better.
Yeah, it's gonna be a billion times better. Everyone send in a pull request to fix our shenanigans. Whatever you want.
Okay.
It's your day.
All right, so I'm gonna stop this from running.
And we can commit some code. Like we did the hard work. The hard work's done.
Let's do the committing.
The hard work is done.
I would say they did the hard work. They watched the fumbling through. Okay, so we've got the show edition. And we have the index CSHTML. And I think that's it.
I think that's it.
Okay, so we're going to say added. Hey, I wrote regular expression live on a Twitch stream.
Did happen from your head.
And only crashed my computer 4 times. You know, while we're doing this, like while it's syncing, this is pretty neat. This AI assisted IntelliCode thing. So what this does, it actually can like regenerate your model. It's really slick. So you can say create a new model and then you can share it as part of your project.
Yeah, we can
Have you
put
done
it. I've done it. I've done it in my code when I was using like essentials in my own code, and it's smart enough to like know how I'm coding, which is crazy.
That's the thing, is it like picks up your patterns and it'll say like, okay, normally when you write a backing field, you always put it above, or you know what I mean? And like weird magic stuff happens.
You could put it in the README, like the URL.
That's true. Yep. All right. So where
depends if our coding style is good or not, though.
That's yeah.
Yeah, and then Honey asked, where is the model going? So the model is hosted in like the cloud, so it's a URL that's downloaded to your machine. So is that a pro feature? I don't think it's a pro feature. I think it's a community feature.
I think it's a community feature too, and I think also that they include a thing where here, share model.
Yeah.
So then you can go like share model, and I don't know. So it copied the link to the clipboard. So let's look at that.
Yeah.
Let's look at that model.
Boop. Yeah, there you go.
Yeah, so I could put that in the.
You can put that in the README. And then you could update it later. But yeah.
All right, so I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna put that in the README because I don't care. So here.
That's the idea, though, is that you do that. So.
Yep. So.
I mean, I was up late last night, working, like I said, on those comments, and then all of a sudden, I wrote a bunch of comments, did a bunch of stuff, and then my computer, everything just stopped. The internet stopped working. I was like, "What the heck, right? What's going on?" Like my internet. I'm looking at my router. It's like router looks okay. I go on my phone, like internet. So I go to my internal 192.168 shenanigans on my router, and I go to the port. I was like, no internet. I'm like, how do I not have internet? I don't understand. I go to Xfinity because I only have Xfinity. Thanks, Comcast. And it's like, oh, we're performing routine maintenance from 12:30 a.m. to 3:30 a.m. I'm like, oh, come on now. They're always, where I live, they're always working on the internet all the time. What is it? Friday afternoon, we're working on the internet. Come on. Anyways, that's my rant. So.
Well, so I have T-Mobile. And T-Mobile is one thing I love with T-Mobile is because it like you get roaming internationally, which is nice. But the only downside with T-Mobile for me is that the reception in my house, parts of the house, it like drops reception. So I actually got this cell spot. They sent it's for free. They send it to you.
Oh,
It's
cool.
a $25 deposit, and so it plugs into your router, and then it puts in like a mini cell tower in your house. So
That's pretty cool. I like that.
So now I have like
that.
all the bars.
All the bars.
Okay, so it is 5 minutes till 4. You'll notice this
have a deadline today. We do have a deadline today.
Okay, so I think for next time, I think we do want to put in this
functions.
APIs.
I'm going to show you how I do the functions next week.
Cool. I'm excited. So, and what I had started looking at, tell me if this is the right thing. I was basically planning on doing this, add a function project, right-click on the solution, add function project, and just start going with it.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah, and what you could do is if you wanted to look, go to my GitHub.
Yep.
Maybe I'll let you do. I've already done all the functions, so maybe I could let you do and I can walk you through it in the live code. Yep. You have my last name memorized. Wow.
I know. I was like, oh, I'm gonna type it wrong.
That's good. Okay. So go to repos.
Repos. You're slacking. You only have 211 repos.
Oh. Hanselman forms. There we go.
Yep. Ah.
So this is now in vNext, but if you go into the source here, you'll see a .functions project. This is a good one to maybe grasp your, take a look at it. If you're bored, you know what I mean? So,
I'm quite bored.
I mean, all the time, John. I'm bored. I'm bored all the time.
No, this is great. So then we can migrate this stuff up, and it's going to produce a JSON file. Are you producing JSON files out of yours?
I am, yeah.
This is great. And do you dump them into storage?
Exactly what I do.
This is it. We're like on the same wavelength.
Copy paste.
Yep. Awesome. So that's what we're going to do. And then what's cool too is all our tests and everything already are working off of JSON files. I mean, it's pretty seamless as far as how it should move over. Famous last words.
I think so. And then what we'll do is we'll have like another service that instead of calling into the exact API, it'll just hit the endpoint of our function basically. So
very cool.
And then we can start to build a mobile app. So the kind of plan is next week, finish the function, ship it.
Yeah. And then after that, then we can start doing like the mobile
app.
Yep.
Well, maybe we'll do CI/CD maybe, but that's about it.
Yeah, yep. Well, and once we have these in place, then we can start turning this data over to the team that's actually going to. So, and some people had asked on this. There's dot.net, and there's this community section. And what we'd really like to do is have like off of this community stand up, like inside this site. And so they're not going to use our site that we wrote. They're going to use just our backend function to get our JSON data.
Yeah. They might use some of the like logic for the countdown clock and things like that. Yep. But at a high level, they're just going to steal some backend logic from us.
And partly this is so if anyone wants to criticize the design, hey, it's not our thing. Yeah. Somebody else did that. So awesome. Well, you said you got to stop right at 4. So
I do, because you and I need to talk. We have business.
Oh, you're right. You're right.
Business to mess around with. I guess we'll send people over to. There's a lot of people coding right now. In general, on the live coders. You know what Clancy is at? He's at. Well, right now it's 1 week and it's a hack week. He's working on a new coded UI crazy thing, but he's literally live streaming from the tent on campus.
That's exciting.
That is, he's working on. I don't know how much he's talking to people. I've been kind of slowly following him, but we'll send people over there, see what they're up to over there. So let's boot that up and send people over to the Clans attack. He'll be like, oh my goodness.
That's good.
All right. Well, thanks everyone for tuning in. Yes, of course, everyone install Edge Dev. Hello, come on. That's the only way I can use browser.
And I just want to remind everyone that I wrote a regular expression with other people watching, and it worked.
Yeah.
So
hopefully
that's all.
Hopefully someone clip that. So. So
wonderful. Right. Thank you, everyone.
All right, thanks everyone for tuning in. I will go out to the end stream and then we'll raid over to the Clancy. Thanks everyone for tuning in. I'll be back on Friday. We're working on our final bits and pieces of Hanselman form. I'm so excited. Final bits. We just last week, John, I scraped and scoured Channel 9's RSS feeds, and I finished the RSS feed that scraped all of his bits and I have it in the UI. Now we're getting ready to do video playback inside the mobile app. I'm very excited about it. Yeah, then I can just be done with this app that I've been working on forever. So it's never done. All right, thanks everyone. All right,
Very cool.
all right,
All right.
bye.